that little mouse, 'cause I'm an albatross.
Hey guys, welcome back to ECR Vlogs, and today we are going to be reviewing Sorsha. Okay, now everybody's been going on about Sorsha, and she's a bit she's a bit crazy, and she says things that I don't think she intends to say. So today we will be reviewing Sorsha, why I'm a racist white vegan. So let's get right into the video.
So you might have seen the recent tweets that have been going on and on Twitter. You might have seen the recent tweets on Twitter, but if you haven't, you're going to be updated on what's going on. Anyway, I think that it's great that people are against racism, and I love that because I'm 100% against racism, and I think it's disgusting. But if you're against racism, doesn't that mean that you claim to be against discrimination? Yet you probably consume animal products, which means that you're not against discrimination.
Okay, let me stop you right there, Sorsha. Okay, now if God put us humans on Earth. Why did he put animals on Earth? Okay? We don't torture and rape and do those things to animals for a specific reason. We just do it to get food. Why did God put animals here? To look pretty. A cow is a nice animal, pretty. Okay? Now, it's not the prettiest animal in the world, and God put it here for us to eat. Why would he just put cows here for no reason, to take up the space of Earth? No. Why are humans here then? No. Okay, so animals were put here for a reason. God gave us legs and arms and hands to kill them for us to eat. And God made Jesus
against discrimination when it comes to beings within your own
speechless.
species, which is discrimination right there because you're against other species because they're not part of your own species. So if you're not vegan, you can't be against discrimination because you are literally discriminating.
Okay, hold on. I know quite a few vegan people. I'm actually very, very, very close with a vegan. He is very close with me, and I motorbike ride with him and things like that. And he doesn't say that if you're not a vegan, you're not against discrimination. Because discrimination isn't about being a vegan and not. So, yeah, just get your facts straight before you say these things, okay? It'd be much better.
Against non-human animals. Just because a species looks different from your own species does not mean that they have any of a less... Just because another species looks different from your own species does not mean that they have any less of a right to live than you do. Just because they look different than you, just because they sound different than you, just because they communicate differently than you, does not mean that you are above them in any way, shape, or form. Only. It all started with this tweet. Then this guy randomly responds telling me to shut the fuck up. And then I respond back saying, nope. Saying eating a cow and drinking their milk is the same exact thing as saying owning black slaves and hanging them. Both statements are not okay. And yes, the second statement was my response to the first statement. I was using it as a comparison. And I was using it as a comparison because these are the same exact things that people said about black people years and years and years ago. But now they're saying it about non-human animals because they think it's perfectly fine because that's another species. They look different than us. So it's perfectly fine for us to exploit, torture, rape, and slaughter them and not see them as victims. It's perfectly fine for us to mock them.
Okay, Sorsha, how do we rape animals, okay? If you can just comment down below if you do view this video, can you just explain how us humans rape animals? We don't go and sit there and hump them. That's one thing I can say. That we don't rape them.
perfectly fine. Because they don't look like us. They're not part of our species, so they're worthless. They don't mean shit. I did not genuinely mean what I said back. What I said was an example of what he was saying, because what he was saying was the same exact thing as what I was saying. But what I was saying was seen as bad because we're at this point in society where non-human animals are so victimized that they're no longer seen as victims. They're seen as inanimate objects. Yes, I made the comparison. To compare animal slavery to black slavery is not to undermine the horrors that blacks have gone through and continue to go through in society. It's simply to make a comparison that's relatable to a certain group of...
Okay, Sorsha, let me stop you there. We don't call people like, hey, white, you're a white. Blacks, white, no. Okay? Are we white? No. We're not white. This is white. That's white. We are peach, if you can see. We are peach. And Zulu people and the African American people and all those people, the dark skin colored people, they're not black. Are they this color? Are they that color? Are they black? No, they're brown. And everybody is the same on the inside. We might be different on the outside, but doesn't mean we're different on the inside. So just keep that one thing in mind. Thank you.
But people don't see it that way. They just see it as racist. And that makes me really sad. It was simply just a comparison for hopefully this guy to realize that what he said was just as fucked up as what I was saying. But unfortunately, people don't see it that way. People see it as racist. And we victimize non-human animals so much to the point where they're no longer victims. Non-human animals are seen as property. They're seen as inanimate objects even before they're turned into a piece of steak or a piece of bacon or a leather couch, etc. I've gotten emails from people who I've previously worked with saying what I said was extremely racist, and I understand why they can think that, because if you don't really understand why I said what I said, it looks extremely racist, and it looks disgusting, right? It's gross. But the thing is that you have to understand the reason why I said what I said was because it's a comparison to what that guy said to me. So it was a response to what he said. What he said was the same thing as what I said. But what I said was seen as so bad because we no longer see non-human animals as victims because they're just an inanimate object. They're property at this point. They're nothing because we're so speciesist. Our society does not give a shit about any other species besides our own, and maybe, like a dog or a cat. And that's about it, because I don't know, because that's what society has taught us. It's not really that a dog or a cat is better than a cow or a chicken, it's just that that's what we've grown up with. So we think that they're higher up than the cow and the chicken and the pig. Yet a pig is smarter than a 2-year-old child. But does that give the pig more of a right to live than the 2-year-old child? Hell no. It just simply means that just because another being is different from you or your own species does not mean that they have any less of a right to live than you do. So when I compare eating cows and drinking their milk to owning black slaves and hanging them, it's seen as a racist white vegan tweet. And I understand wait.
Okay, so it's a very, 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 very big, extremely massive, huge difference between hanging a black person, well, not a black person, and a person, okay? We're all the same on the inside, okay? So just put it into this way, that you hang a person. You don't have to say black, white, Indian. That isn't right, okay? So it's a very big difference. Very big difference. And I'm hugely against racism, and I just can't support people that are racists. I can't stand them. I'll get up and I will leave if there's a racist near me. That's me. I don't know if you guys are like that, but yeah, sorry.
Understand that there are other species on this planet that are equal to their own species. All species, all living beings on this planet are equal to one another, despite their appearance or their intelligence or the way that they communicate. That doesn't matter. What matters is that all living beings on this planet can feel pain both mentally and physically, which means that you have no room to say that you are better than a cow or a chicken or a pig or a dog or someone who is black or someone who is a woman or someone who is Jewish. Jewish or someone who is gay. We are all equal to one another, and that's what veganism is all about. It's not all about making non-human animals better than humans. It's about equality. And the most oppressed beings on this planet right now are non-human animals. The most oppressed species on the planet is the cow. You will never see a cow roaming free in the wild, and if you do, a slaughterhouse is looking for that cow. That is worldwide oppression right there.
No, actually not. Yeah, in South Africa where I live, to be honest with you, there are millions of cows and things roaming free. So yeah, but guys, sorry I have to stop the video right there. Just like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much.